I thank everyone for coming today. It was a great victory last night, and I again want to thank the people of Cuyahoga County who voted for me. I'm also grateful to the volunteers, the supporters, and my family for their hard work and dedicated efforts. We were a team, united by a common goal, and I want to take that same approach with our community by bringing together a diverse group of people, a true cross-section of our community, to build a team that's working toward economic prosperity for everyone in our county. But our first order of business must be to put together a transition team so we can establish a rock-firm foundation to be successful. In the coming days, I'll put together a transition policy committee that'll be made up of a diverse cross-section of leaders from across our county. It will be inclusive because we need the collective brain power of our community to help us identify our opportunities for jobs and growth, and at the same time, to outline the challenges that face us. I'm announcing today the creation of 3 transition subcommittees to consider policy goals and proposals, many of which we've talked about during our campaign. The first transition subcommittee will work to maximize our economic growth and opportunity. We must grow our existing businesses, support new business development and entrepreneurs, and attract businesses to the region. We must align training and education programs to the jobs that are currently open and unfilled. And we must make it possible for small businesses to thrive in our region. This committee will also focus on our goal to develop pathways out of poverty for the people in our community who want to work hard and pursue their own American dream. The second transition subcommittee will focus on making Northeast Ohio a truly great place to live, to work, to play, to raise a family, and to grow old. We need to improve the quality of life here by making our education system the absolute best in the country, finding ways to make college more affordable, and making Cuyahoga County a place for our children to raise their own families and a destination spot in the country for other families to come. This second subcommittee will also be tasked with building our regional assets, our downtown, our neighborhoods, our wonderfully diverse and historic 59 unique communities. At the same time, we need to have a regional vision, so we're moving forward and addressing foreclosures, the health of our population, infant mortality, clean energy, and Lake Erie. Finally, our third transition subcommittee will focus on ensuring our county government is effective, cost-efficient, responsive, honest, and ethical. Taxpayers in this community deserve a county government that works for them. This third transition subcommittee will also focus on fiscal management and accountability measures. They'll look at finding ways to collaborate and communicate on a regional basis with local governments. These are the 3 transition subcommittees that I wanted to outline for you today. Our victory last night was wonderful, but today it's time to begin working to build a prosperous future for our great county. We'll have more details about our transition in the coming days, but we're ready, we're optimistic, and we look forward to serving the great people of Cuyahoga County. Thank you all. I'm happy to take some questions if people have them. Yes?
What were Jack Schron's best ideas during the campaign?
Mr. Schron focused on economic development, and I believe he's quite accomplished in that field. He led the Economic Development Committee, and I look forward to working closely with him in the weeks, months, and years ahead.
What did you learn from him, or what ideas came up in your conversations with him about ways to encourage economic development?
He focused in part on the job training issues. I know that he talked a lot about a business that he created to train workers for the jobs that exist. And that's certainly an area we need to focus on. So I look forward to working with them on that.
Armond, you mentioned that the people that you want to hire would be diverse and represent a cross-section of the community. What other qualities are you looking for as you're going to be picking out your staff in the coming months?
Well, clearly, and most important is we're looking for people who are ethical and honest and who are highly qualified for whatever positions we're looking to fill.
Do you expect that you're going to shake things up as far as how the current constitution is of the cabinet, or how do you plan to proceed in that?
It's way too early to ask that question. I don't know the answer. I mean, we're going to look at everybody. We'll look at people who are here. We'll look at others and make decisions as we go forward. There's no a plan at this point for making changes. We'll make changes as needed.
But I also wanted to ask, you're talking about the subcommittees that you're forming. Do you have a specific goal that you'd like to, for instance, see legislation be introduced by a certain time, or kind of what do you expect the subcommittees to actually do?
I'm hoping that the subcommittees will develop policy that will respond to the various areas that I outlined. If we can get to the point of developing legislation out of those, that would be great. It's early. I don't know exactly yet all the details of how things are going to work on the transition, but I wanted to give you some information to start as to where we are.
What was the most difficult moment of the campaign for you?
The most difficult moment of the campaign. The most difficult moment of the campaign. That's an interesting question. Probably waking up this morning at 5 a.m. to do a television interview after last night, and it's being at the polls all day yesterday.
I just wanted to comment, basically congratulate you, but I like your statement that you said the pathway from poverty. So I really hope that, I have 2/3 of the city of Cleveland, which east and west sides, especially some Southern Village areas that are really in a poverty situation and they need to come out. So I'll be an opponent and keep you to that word for the poverty to dissipate or to offer opportunities. So thank you.
I appreciate that. I see a number of county council members here. I look forward to working with all of you. I appreciate your being here. Thank you.
Do you expect, and I know you said it's early to talk about, hires that you might make and stuff like that. Do you expect that some of the people who are advising you in your transition process might also end up becoming involved in your administration?
I suppose that's possible.
I guess lots of things are possible, right? So.
Lots of things are possible. Lots and lots.
Do you feel like it's likely?
Again, you're asking questions that are too early for me to answer.
What can the citizens of Cuyahoga County expect under your leadership?
As I've said, my vision is that we have people working, that everybody who wants to work can get a good job. I want to see us build on our tremendous assets here in Cuyahoga County. I mean, I've talked about this during the campaign, and I will continue to talk about it. The healthcare industry we have here is second to none in the world. That offers tremendous opportunities for us. The spin-offs, the business spin-offs from those institutions. We want to have those businesses here, and we want them to grow here. There's a capital crisis going on in the Midwest generally. Businesses can start, but then their growth gets hampered if they don't have the money needed to really get going. We've had on the state level programs like the Venture Capital Authority and the Third Frontier that have been very helpful, and Northeast Ohio has benefited greatly from those programs. But we need to do more here in Cuyahoga County, and there's a lot of ways to go about it. One of the things our first subcommittee that I discussed will take a look at is what's the best way for us to proceed to make sure that we are supporting those startup businesses in a way that grows them here in Northeast Ohio. And I will tell you that, you know, over the course of the campaign, I've probably spoken to thousands of people throughout the county, many of which had very good ideas about what we can do to move forward as a county. And one of the big things that I, as county executive, will face is prioritizing. We can't do everything. There's a lot of opportunity here, and I'm looking at the policy committee and subcommittees to be helping with that prioritization. You know, what should be done first, and what can be done, what can't be done, all those kinds of questions.
Armond, organized
Wait,
labor,
there
I'm
was a
sorry.
woman behind you that has.
Yes, first, the healthcare, like, a couple of years back, where we were able to go to different facilities, hospitals like University or Cleveland Clinic, and now a majority of us are going to Metro. Can something be done where we can go back to going to Cleveland Clinic or University hospitals with a cheaper copay, or, you know, because right now, if we do not go to Metro, we have to go to other hospitals, we have to pay a higher copay. Can something be done where we can revert back to that, because I really do miss my doctor?
Well,
Because right now I'm going to Metro, and I would love to go back to University Hospital. So,
one of the things that we will focus on is making sure that healthcare, good quality healthcare, is available throughout the county. And some of that is within our control and some is not. You know, we don't control where the Cleveland Clinic opens or where the university hospitals open, but we can have an influence over how healthcare is delivered. Metro Health is a tremendous asset that we need to make sure is healthy and supported. But we also have to make sure that healthcare is readily available on an affordable basis everywhere in the county.
If I can get one more
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Yeah, how about one more question? As I mentioned, Armond's been going nonstop since Thursday, so we'd like to wrap it up, and I'll be glad to help anyone get information that you need after the press conference.
Organized labor was a big supporter of your campaign, and I think Brent Lumpkin from my publication raised the specter that you would be a tool of organized labor. I don't know how exactly he phrased it off the top of my head, but how do you expect that you'll work with labor now that you're going to be actually overseeing bargaining and that type of thing as you're moving forward as county executive?
As county executive, I'm going to be very much attuned to taxpayer dollars. We'll make sure we spend the dollars the best way possible. I historically have a strong belief that people should have a right to collectively bargain, and I fought for that. That doesn't mean that I'm anybody's tool. It means that I believe in the right to come together and collectively bargain. I fought for prevailing wage, and again, what I've done in the past, I don't know where anybody comes up with an idea that I'm a tool of anyone, whether it's labor or big business or anybody else. I want to work with everybody, and we need to bring everybody together. And any efforts to divide us, I will do everything I can to fight that. I mean, we need to be together, not divided, because that's the way we'll move us forward in a very strong manner.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.